Justices, including the newly appointed Deputy Chief Justice, Dr. Flavian Nzaija, who on approval is set to replace the current Deputy Chief Justice, Richard Butera, arrived along other judges at Parliament for voting in the Appointments Committee chaired by the Speaker, with the Deputy Speaker, Thomas Taiwa, in attendance. Those voted include Justice Mzamil Wetangula Kibedi, appointed to Supreme Court, 8 judges in the Court of Appeal and 21 High Court judges. Speaking in a brief interview, Justice Wetangula Kibedi indicated that the task ahead is consistent fairness in dispensing justice.
Fairness, independence, all those are extremely important. And being able to appreciate the values and aspirations of the Ugandan people.
Justices at the Court of Appeal revealed that MPs had asked them to deal with the overwhelming case backlog and that they'll need to work on all election petitions as they arise with the urgency they deserve.
We are going to deal with case backlog at the Court of Appeal because it was raised by the members of Parliament. To do justice to every case that comes up, because every case is unique. You don't expect to please everybody when a judgment is delivered.
The judges who have voted indicated that justice is not about pleasing parties in court, revealing that every day of a judge is a day of trial since their role is to dispense justice yearned for by all individuals.
It's a day of trial for a judicial officer every day because the two parties that appear before you are all trying you also in a way, because whom will you believe, who will win and who will lose. So that is the trial a judicial officer goes through on a daily.
Found suitable to serve this nation and dispense justice without fear, without favor, without bias, and to be accountable to the people.
As the judges pledge constitutionalism and fairness, we questioned how they'll uphold the decorum in the face of dismissal of judicial officers over abuse of judicial values.
We undertake to adhere to the code of conduct, and that is how we are going to be able to work without falling victim of these unethical practices that some of the people that have been dismissed fell victim of.
Leader of Opposition Joe Senyonyi, who was part of the voting, indicated that queries arose for some of the appointed judges who have been politically active and at loggerheads with some political actors.
How do you dispense justice to these people that you have been attacking on talk shows? That now, let's imagine some NUP members are in your court and they're seeking justice. How do you get to deal with that? Sometimes you want to leave political actors out of that situation.
He asked that the appointment of judges in acting capacity be curtailed.
Our reporter Shamim Nawakoza joins us now. Shamim, I understand there are issues that came up after the voting or during the voting. What could those be, Shamim?
Some members of parliament are perturbed by the continued appointment of judges in acting capacity, arguing this compromises their decision for the question of insecurity in the tenure of office. For some, it's a question of how government needs to consider doing public vetting for judicial officers and other key government officials.